All right. That's a bit of the match that came up this morning. Of course, Australia's New Zealand is about 12 hours from here. So, Nigeria, Canada. Jane Frances Moise has joined us. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
So, female football is here to stay.
Well, of course, it's been on since 1991, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. And they are getting more acceptability. 75,000 capacity stadium sold out yesterday. Oh, sorry. Yes, yesterday for the Australia opening game. So definitely, it's huge, it's big, and
yeah. Did you see the match? I saw a bit of it.
No.
The problem with us would be attack.
But I've seen highlights. Thanks to YouTube, you know, the video sharing platform. I've seen highlights, and I'm really impressed with our goalkeeper. It now reminds me of Agumano. You know? You can't talk about the history of female football in Nigeria without talking about the goalkeeper. She was also very good at the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, we had Nkiru Okosieme, probably the most skillful female footballer, Nigerian female footballer that I've seen. Was from that football family of Cyril Okosieme.
Yeah, I remember the Okosiemes.
Yes, and Nnamdi Okosieme and the rest of them. So I am really impressed that despite all that we are reading about the disagreement between the team and the Football Federation, we were able to put all of that aside and focus on the game. Because at the end of the day, what transpired on the field against a true World Cup contender in Canada suggests that the future remains bright for us in female football.
Jane, our next opponents are co-host Australia. We have an uphill task here, don't you think?
yeah, of course, it's a very serious task, but one that, you know, a lot of the Nigerian fans would be a bit calm because their star player, Sinclair, is injured and would not be available for that game against Nigeria. But then, yes, but I mean, it's like when they say, you know, there's no Cristiano Ronaldo in a team. But however, because they built the team to host and win, so they have, you know, other players beyond Sinclair. So we're also not thinking it's going to be a walkover or an easy game suddenly because Sinclair is not playing. And you also mentioned the fact that, you know, one of the areas the team needs to work on is in offense, which was very evident. So defensively in the midfield, we're decent. But if you're going to win or go far in the tournament, you have to score goals. And we've proven so far that we seem not to know how to do that with the first game.
But you know, so what comes to mind is our star player.
Asisa Toshola.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I mean, when she plays with the Barcelona team, so it's a different story. But you would not blame her because she plays with a different depth and quality than you have when she comes down to play for the Super Falcons. So she has a lesser job to do in Barcelona team. She doesn't have to track back in the defense to get the ball, walk in the midfield to, you know, push all replace Francisco Dega. Maybe continue with Ifomar no one knows.
You mentioned it in passing, but we can go back there. Pre-match, you know, build-up. We have this crazy knack for messing things up in a build-up to an important competition like this.
Well, what happened? I wouldn't say that we. I think the guests just felt that look, they needed to do something. A lot of our football officials are very opportunistic. They don't really care about the Canadians had 68% of possession.
Yeah.
But they had 16 shots to Nigeria's 11. It means that we still had opportunities to score. what we need to improve upon is the quality of the final pass. It's not just the female team that is guilty of this. Even the Super Eagles will bring big players, but the coordination will just not be good
boardroom
enough.
politics?
No, it's not boardroom politics. It's the lack of blending. You see, and sometimes the best players may not complement one another. Football, the greatest teams are not usually the teams with the best crop of players. They are the team with the highest number of players that ably complement one another. Yeah. So, for me, we need to improve in midfield and get those quality final passes coming in. If we can do that, of course, the team will score more goals. You know, that's where. But if they can get 11 shots on goal to the opponent's 16 shots to the opponent and 11 to us, it means that there is potential there, you know, to do even better than we've done in the last match.
Jen, can we quickly go to the next match, 27th? What do you see?
Well,
Nigeria, Australia.
It's going to be a lot of improvement. There's going to be a lot of improvement. There are key players who will be coming back. You talked about the midfield, Halimatu Ayinde, you know, who's served out, match ban, would be coming back. And also Rashidat carried over her AFCON red card to this particular tournament. So she will also be returning. So those are the good options that, you know, we would have. And like he said, the transition from the midfield to the final third, it's a lot of problems for us. And prior to this, to that match yesterday, we didn't really get to see, you know, what that option would be if we don't have Rashidat on the wing, if we don't have Halimatu Ayinde in the midfield. We didn't get to see what it would be like in a real strong opposition. And I think it was just the first opportunity for them, so they did the much they could. But by the second game, a lot of things would have worn off. You know, that's tournament fever, big team fever, and all that. And I mean, these are the Super Falcons we're talking about. Remember, in 2016, they played in a stadium filled for the Cameroonian side right there in Douala, and they got a massive victory also to win, you know, that AFCON when everyone thought they couldn't do it. There were a couple of Nigerians just in that stadium. And so we're hoping that all that would, you know, come to fore. The experience would help them.
And the red card we got.
A very sad one
avoidable.
For the debutant, Debbie Abiodun. You know, she was one player everyone was looking out for because there was an older midfielder, Ngozi Okobi, who was left out for her to be included. And people, you know, wanted to see what she was going to bring or why the coach chose her over Ngozi Okobi. But I think she gave a good account of herself for the 90 minutes she played before, you know, that incident happened. Promise described it as a wrong timing tackle, but I think she had a great game beside that red card.
Jide, we have one point in the bag. So are we looking to nicking 3 points?
I just hope that can happen. I want to see the team improve game to game. That's what I want to see. The competition has become tougher over the years. You are now seeing even African countries denying us the domination that we used to have. Zambia, South Africa, all of them have stepped up to the plate. So Nigeria can no longer go into tournaments in Africa convinced that it will be the eventual winner. So, but we want to see this team continue to improve, regain its past. And if this team can be kept together for a little while, we'll see great players like Mercy Akide, like Patience Avre, you know, and Nkiru Okosieme, Chioma Junwa coming out of this same team. That's what I want to see.
And I want to see the Falcons flying. Let me thank you, Mary Jane Francis Mweze, for coming.
Thank you very much.
Wish you well.
Thank you
with the Falcons very well.
Baptism of fire.
Oh, yeah.
On this hangout.
Yeah.